Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Today our topic about the Ten Commandments. As we see in the screen in front of us, we have a Muslim who posted in Facebook the following. I'll try to make it bigger so we can read it better. Mr. Jafar Abu Amr. Mostly those Muslims who post in YouTube, I notice they are from Africa, and I wonder really how somebody from Africa believe in such a stupid religion like Islam. You know, I'm not trying to insult, but Islam hate black people. As you know, the Quran says يَوْمَ تَسْوَدُّ وُجُوهُ وَتَبْيَضُّ وُجُوهُ, the day where Allah will make all faces black and all faces white, and those who they are black supposedly are the bad ones, and those who they are white are the good ones. Even the black stone, according to Muhammad, Allah he sent it white like milk, but the sin of mankind make it black, which means sin make you black. However, this is not our topic for today. I hope the sound is good. Please inform me, guys, on your side in YouTube if the sound is not clear. Now, the Ten Commandments from the Bible and the Quran. It's very funny that Muslim he say that the Ten Commandments exist in the Quran. I mean, if the Ten Commandments are exist in the Quran, why we cannot find it in the Quran? Look what the Muslim he said. Ten Commandments from the Bible and the Quran, the Ten Commandments from the Bible, and then he says, he starts saying to us the Ten Commandments from the Quran, but they are scattered all over. And that alone will raise for me a question, because if the Ten Commandments was so important to God, why God did not put them the same like he gave them to Moses? Why they are scattered all over if they are exist? If they are exist. Now in this video we will show you that the Ten Commandments in Islam are not exist. It's a big fat lie. Muslims, they lie to themselves and they believe their lies always. First of all, what is the Ten Commandments? Based on the Torah, God he gave Moses Ten Commandments to follow, and he gave it to him in a tablet. Muhammad he copied the story and he put it in the Quran. If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. This is chapter 7, verse number 145. And we can choose any translation of your choice. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, all of them they lie when they translate. Let us see Yusuf Ali. According to Quran, Allah he gave Moses 10 commandments to follow, and he gave it to him in a tablet, as we see in the front of us here. And we ordained the laws for him, who Moses. You know, he says here in verse number 44, Allah he said to Moses, "O Moses, I haven't chosen thee above other men." So this is speaking about Moses, and then Allah he gave him the law in the tablet. And now the Quran says that Allah he gave in the tablet all matters, both commanding and explaining of all things. Here we will find something stupid Muhammad he forgot to cover himself with. Because if the Quran says Allah he sent in the Torah, and that is in the tablet, not only the command, everything, including and not limited, the law of all matters, both commanding and explaining. How come Allah did not give the same to Muhammad? Why Allah did not give Muhammad both the Ten Commandments with explaining? As we know that the Quran, until now Muslims they have no idea how to explain the Quran. This is why there is tons of explanations and don't agree with each other. And the Quran itself says clearly that there's big part of the Quran nobody knows what it means save Allah. Why? Because Muhammad himself is a thief. He do not know what he's talking about. He was copying from the book of Prorokem ibn Nawfal, and he have no explanation for what he's giving people. So why Allah gave all the matters and the commands to Moses with details and explanation? And remember here, according to the Quran, that the tablets of Moses does not contain only the Ten Commandments, it contains everything, the command and the explaining, as you see. So there is something very stupid here in this story. Now, because the Ten Commandments are very short, and the explanation or the explaining for them cannot be written in a tablet. Otherwise, the Torah should be written all of it in a tablet, and it's got going to be thousands of tablets. Especially we are talking about explaining, not only just the Torah. However, we will focus today on the Ten Commandments. Did Muhammad believe in the Ten Commandments? Did he follow any of them? Let us see together and get the correct answer. Let us go. If we take the Ten Commandments one by one, the first command was given to Moses, according to the post the Muslims agree with, that no one should take any God but only one God. Did Muhammad follow one God, or he broke that law? Let us see if this is true or not. You know, all of us, we knew the story of Al-Gharaniq. There's a chapter in the Quran. It's called that. It's speaking about Allah will delete from the Quran whatever shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad. So according to the Quran, shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad words. But is that only what happened? Absolutely not. According to the interpretation, when shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad, he bowed down and he worshiped the idols. He bowed down and he worshipped the idols. And the story says clearly that when Muhammad, supposedly shaitan, he throw in his mouth those words to worship the idols, Allah is going to delete that. Allah is going to delete it. All right. If Muhammad is a prophet who is protected by God, how it can be for even for a second that he bowed down to the idols and he worshiped them, and he says that those are three daughters of Allah, their intercession is needed. The Muslim, they try to defend, they says, oh no, he did not really, you know, the shaitan, he put something in his mouth but Allah took it off. Well, thank you very much. What shaitan he put in his mouth? How the Muslim, they say to us that nobody can make Quran, and Allah in the Quran says nobody can make Quran, and yet we find that in the Quran saying that shaitan he made Quran and gave it to Muhammad, and Muhammad he took it. You know what I mean? It's like you are saying to me, there's an ocean and nobody can swim in it, and then you say to me that shaitan he was able to swim all the way there and deliver his message. How nobody can make Quran the same as the Quran of Allah, and yet Muhammad he received a Quran from the devil and he was able to throw in the mouth of Muhammad. For sure you see the false translation, but it doesn't matter really. The Quran is so clear. Allah is going to delete whatever shaitan he throw on the mouth of Muhammad. And all of us, we knew that the Quran supposedly was coming from the mouth of Muhammad, not from his pocket. If you read different translation, you will see how immediately the translator they change the word, because Muslims, they are really confused with these verses and they try to defend their prophet because it's really bad. The situation is so bad. Look, it says here, so that he may make what the shaitan cast a trial for those who their heart is a disease. So when shaitan he cast something, he cast a disease. Okay, if we go a different verse in the Quran which is speaking about Muhammad, or the same issue, that when shaitan he cast something, he do it just to make you sick, to make you a bad person. Chapter 22 verse number 53, the same chapter, you know, just the verse after it. So what shaitan he will do when he cast into your mind, he make suggestion for you and he throw to you, so he make a trial for you. But is that really what happened to Muhammad? Absolutely not. The satanic verses is so clear, and the proof that it became part of the Quran, that the Quran says, but Allah will cancel anything shaitan he throw in where in the Quran. So shaitan he was able to make Quran and give it to Muhammad, and Muhammad did not notice it, and then after 2 weeks from that, after he bowed down to the idols, people they came to Muhammad and they said to him, Muhammad, what you did? He said, what? Jibreel, actually, sorry, Jibreel, he came to Muhammad, he said, Muhammad, what you did? You just did receive, this is not Quran, you received, this is from the devil. And the funny that Muhammad himself did not notice that this is not Quran. But the important in this story is that when Muhammad he received those verses from the devil, he bowed down and he worshiped the 3 daughters of Allah. If we go to the interpretation of this verse, we will find the following. I will go to an official Islamic website to see what really the Quran says. All right, here you see in front of me it says أخبرنا محمد بن عمرو قال حدثني يونس بن محمد عن بن فضالة etc from narrated that the following happened. All right, that the Prophet once he was in a place sitting with people around the Kaaba, so he recite for them from the chapter of An-Najm, which means the chapter of the star. And when he arrived to where it says when najmu idha hawa, and when he arrived where it says and when the star fall down, until he arrived where it says أرأيتم اللات والعزى ومناة الثالثة الأخرى, until he arrived where it says, and do you see Al-Lat and Al-Uzza and the Manat the third? Shaitan he throw in the mouth of Muhammad 2 words according to the book. He says تلك الغرانيق العلا إن شفاعتهن لترتجى. Now look how stupid the Muslim books. They just said that he throw only 2 words, and look how many they are. Those are 2 words. Hold on, we start from here. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and yet they are 2 words. Anyway, so what it those words it says that Muhammad he says, and do you see those 3 Al-Lat and do you see those Al-Lat and Al-Uzza and Manat the third? Those their intercession is needed and it's must to ask for. So Muhammad, by saying that, he admitted that the Al-Lat and Al-Uzza and Manat, they are the 3 daughters of Allah. And then not only this, after he did that, all those Muhammad he bow down, and those who they are behind him they bow down to the Lat and Al-Uzza and Manat. So the first commandment of worshiping one God is there's no question that Muhammad he broke it, regardless who is that God. Remember, the God of the Quran is not the God of the Bible. But just for the sake of argument, did Muhammad worship only one God? Same time we have another proof that Muhammad was a mushrik and he worshiped other gods. How we can prove that? We can go to the Quran immediately and we will see the following in the Quran. I hope the Muslims they will not say the Quran is weak, because you know everything is weak in Islam as usual, right? So if we go in the Quran, we will find the following. Let us go here.